Well, hello everybody. Derek Ritter here from Ritterkrieg, and today we're going to do what's in the box for Prokhorovka. So this is the third module from the Goodfellas at Advancing Fire out in Italy. Advancing Fire. And unlike the other two, this one is not just shrink-wrapped papers. This comes in its own box, which is wonderful. I like boxes. It is a different style box than anything I've ever seen for ASL, so we'll see how that looks. Let's get this opened, get the shrink wrap off. Oops. Quite thick, quite heavy. I think it comes in at a little over 3 pounds. I don't know anything about this other than I think there's 8 maps. So, oh, and it opens like this. I like that a lot. Alright, it is thinner than an MMP box, but it's probably the same thickness as an LFT Camp Group Shear box, but thicker than an LFT Soul box. Okay, first thing we get is Prokhorovka. Should contain 1 box, check, 8 historical maps, 4 full counter sheet, 1 rule book, 14 scenarios, 1 campaign game, and a thank you for your purchase. Alright, so let's put that aside and see what we have here. Well, first thing I notice is the pages are glossy and they are much, much thicker than the previous products that they made, which were in my opinion, a little too thin. So this is great. I love the semi-gloss on it, and it's still maybe still not as thick as MMP or BFP or LFT, but it's definitely a step up. So that looks wonderful. And there are, let's just go through them quickly. Descriptions of terrain, I suppose. I don't know if there's any new terrain types in here. Like I said, I haven't had an open copy of this up until now. Alright, and then maybe this is stuff to do with the campaign game. And some maps. Oh, here's some historical stuff. That's wonderful. Then we have our scenarios. And our scenarios are maybe a little thicker. That's pretty good. Here's a tiny little 14-turn scenario. Here's a minuscule 20-turn scenario. Let's see what's involved in this. Yeah, that's a lot of guys. And a 10-turn scenario. Boy, these are pretty big. I guess there's a lot of ground to cover though. And then some smaller ones. I saw a 6-turn scenario back there. Here is a 7.5 turn, an 8 turn, 9.5 turn. Beautiful color images of the pieces. 14 turns. Boy, there's some big ones in here. 20 turn. I don't know if that's part 2 of the other 20 turn scenario. Wow, truly some monsters. That one has, just counting, has 25, 35, 45, 54, 64 tanks for the Russians. My oh my. And then a little 5-turn scenario to get you started. And then the campaign game card. Campaign game 1, campaign game 2. Oh, part 2. I'll tell you what, you get stuck on a desert island, this is all you need. And some Diet Coke. Very nice. Tons and tons and tons of stuff. Alright. Now we get to the counter sheets, and Soviet infantry, Soviet tanks, a plethora of Soviet T-34s, of pinatas. I guess you'll need many more than is in your Beyond Valor countermix. T-70s, lots and lots of those. New acquisition markers, well that's good. Oh, burnt out woods counters, that's pretty neat. And then extra German tanks. First SS Panzer Division specific leaders. It's pretty cool. Oh, wow, black SS counters, in case you want to annoy people. Great. Alright, well now let's look at the maps. Okay, here is map S. S as in Sierra. And this is a smaller than normal map. I'd say this is probably 16 inches by maybe 24. First thing I notice is the graphics. Graphics are just stunning, but they are not normal ASL graphics. They have a look of their own. The buildings look different, different colors. The grain looks different, looks a little more realistic. The much more detail to it. The trees, much more detail to it. And the hills, thank you for doing this. If any of you are colorblind like I am, the hills have this contour line, so you can easily see as the elevation changes. So, and they're marked for elevation, so you know which is going up, which is going down. So this would be the top of the hill here, level 5, and then it goes down to 4. See, there's a 4. It goes down to 3, 2, and so on. Okay, that is map S. Alright, here we have map Y. And more of the same, levels going up. And this is a bigger map. This looks like it's 20. Yeah, that's about. I'd say probably 24 by 16, possibly. And more of that great artwork. Alright, here is map A, and map A, lots of grain, buildings, stone buildings, and this map is even bigger. This is probably 40 inches by 24 maybe. Looks really big. Oh, this great tank country. Alright, and that again is map A. Okay, here is map 1, and this is, yeah, I'm not going to try that. This is a town, alright, with a whole bunch of stone buildings and a whole bunch of elevations, and this is a big one too, probably 40 inches, 36 inches maybe, probably 36 inches by 24. Here is map 2. Again, 36 inches by probably 20 or 24. And this one is some open ground with a whole bunch of trenches dug. That's pretty cool. Here we have map 3, and just some open ground on hilly terrain. Not a lot going on here, so perfect tank country. Here we have map 4, and I guess this would be the summit 241.6, and that's 6 levels high. And here is map 5, and this one is a little bit more wooded. So what I think of what I'm thinking is maps 1 through 5 all connect together, and then the other maps that are lettered instead of numbered either connect together or they're completely separate. So this is going to make for one huge map. I'm not exactly sure how you'd reach across the table to get to all your pieces, but this is big. This is probably bigger than anything I've seen in the ASL world. So there you have it, one box. Eight separate map sheets, 34 pages of rules and special rules, 12 scenarios in a campaign game, and 4 full counter sheets. And that's Prokhorovka. Thanks for watching.